Hello, welcome to Dale Homestead. I'm Ann, and I'm so glad that you're here. What I think we'll do today is do a little garden tour and see how the babies are coming along. I think you were with me at one time when we planted these cauliflower. Look how big they're doing. They're doing great. Yep, beautiful leaves. They're coming right along everywhere. Don't pay any attention to those leaves. We're not concentrating on those. I need to sweep the garden. And then our celery. This is where the geese came and ate them all up. But you know what? We're survivors. We're ready to thrive. I'm trying to save these until about Thanksgiving so that we can trim these leaves off and make some wonderful potato salad. Then we have broccoli in this row and cabbage. Look at those beautiful cabbage. I showed you a little bit yesterday of a cabbage plant that is starting to form a little baby cabbage head. Let's see if this one is. Yeah, see that sweet little baby? New growth does my heart so good when we're out in the garden. So they're just growing right away. And then the 1,000-head kale that we planted by seed. Look at this thing going. I've got to thin them out a little bit, and then what we're going to do on 2 of these, I will put them in spots that we have over here that are open in the garden. The weather has been so unusual that we had November weather in October, and now we're having October weather in November. We're having a little Indian summer going on now. But these green peppers are still on there. I mean, they're not the prettiest, and the plant is struggling. It's about time for it to go, but it's still giving us some food. Yesterday, and I'll put a little clip in here. Whew, you hear those acorns dropping? Man, I want to show you how many acorns we have in our driveway, in our yard. It's crazy. I think that's Mother Nature telling us it's going to be a pretty tough winter because the acorns are crazy this year, and that's God's way of looking after the animals. So he's saying, here's a whole bunch of food, you better store it up. This winter might be tough. I don't know. This particular area of the acorns has been raked 2 or 3 times. Can you see all those hundreds and hundreds of acorns? Yep, I think that's Mother Nature and the Lord telling us we might better be prepared for a pretty tough winter. But I have green beans. I picked them all day before yesterday. And look there. There's a bunch ready to pick again today. I'm so excited about these green beans. You know, I talked about I was feeling like these little beans that were planted. And when I first came in and met Lester from I'm a Survivor Sanctuary and Longhorn Lester's, I felt like I was planted, and it was up to me and the Lord to grow. I had to put the work in, and that's what they've done. They've put the work in, my sweet little green beans. Here's our upper garden. There's some things that are left over from the spring and the summer that we haven't taken out yet because it's still producing. Looks pretty tough, but it's still producing. And y'all, look at my garlic. There's the garlic. Hey, babies, you'll be ready in about 9 more months. But I'm going to look after you. Don't you worry. Mommy's got you. And then my Swiss chard is struggling, but it's there. And I need to clear out just a little bit of that because that's a little too close together, but it's coming. And then the dill. Y'all, I have harvested this dill probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, something like that. And that just tells us that in nature, when you are harvested, when you're cut down to your knees, you can still grow right back. Yep, and we have these yellow tomatoes over here. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, the garden is such a mess, I'm embarrassed. But the yellow tomatoes, that one has a split in it, so I can't use that. But there's bunch of others down there that are trying to ripen, and they're the sweetest things. I don't know the name of them is the problem. I lost the tag. These are our cabbage collards because we mixed up the tags, and those are cabbage collards. They all look like collards to me, but we'll see. We'll see what the Lord has in mind. My okra, it's towards the end of the season, but it's still blooming. It's still going. So that's fun. Jalapeno peppers here. Man, look at that thing. That's huge. We're going to have some more poppers. Here's some more cabbage collards that we don't know. Those are onions. We have red onions and green onions. And there's some more garlic. Look at that garlic coming up. I'm just tickled to pieces. That long stringy thing over there, that is the Cherokee purple tomato that still wants to go. It still wants to go. There's our jalapeno poppers as well. They've been touched by the frost a little bit earlier, so it's just about their time. This upper garden, what we usually do is clear it out and redo the soil. We give it a rest and give it some more food and let it, be ready for the spring. And then some more bell peppers that are coming along. If the weather stays like it is now, which it won't, but if it stays like it is now for the next couple of days, gosh, we're going to have some more food, y'all. It's just fabulous. And then we have some basil, and there's another tomato plant that is hanging in there, but it's time for her to go. It's time. She's done. She's toast. And this was kind of a failure. Can you see those? Those are yucky, ooky mushrooms. I had a mushroom kit that I put in there, and had I harvested those mushrooms the minute that they came up, they would have been good, but they got soggy and yucky, so that's okay. That's all right. But we do have, I've got my bench and my coffee over here, and I thought we would chat for just a minute to let you know how everything's going. Let me get myself caught up, and I'll be right back. Here's my bench out in the garden. I love sitting on this bench. I hope everybody's doing well. It's a gorgeous fall morning. The leaves are falling, and you'll probably see some acorns dropping and things. You see my shirt from Security Cat Crew? Container crops. She's a wonderful friend of mine, and so if you go check her out, that would be great. But yeah, I like to come out here and sit and ponder, speak to the Lord, see what needs to be done. And in this time of year, in our fall and winter gardens, it's much more a time of rest, because these particular crops take a long time to be able to foster. They don't have the sunshine that they have in the spring and the summer, and they don't have the hot temperatures or the warm temperatures in North Carolina. It does get hot, but it's not hot like Texas hot or Oklahoma hot. It's 90s sometimes, and occasionally we hit 100, but we just stay inside on those days. So during this time of year, when the garden is slowly growing, but showing that it's still there, it's still thriving, it gives me an opportunity to take a breath, to look around, and to just be able to move a little slower, to appreciate things a little bit more. And I hope that you have that in your life, that you have something or a time that you can do that you can sit and ponder a little bit. So, thank you so much for coming to Andale Homestead. I'm Ann. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and that I really appreciate that you have shared the land of plenty with me, because it's my baby, and I'm so proud of it. Remember, I love you. Bye-bye now.